I see you. Hi, I'm Shane with Precision Turf. What we're talking about today is the hiring process, the dreaded recruiting and hiring process. How can we get better at that? Let's dive in. Four steps. Guys, I didn't make these up. Okay, so we were at a point in our business where we were really struggling to one, hire people, and two, retain people. So we had to have a change. We had to make a change, and so the change was prompted by guys leaving left and right. And if you're dealing with that, there's a problem. Something's going on in your business that's causing you not to be able to hire people or not to be able to retain people. So you need to dive in. The problem could be not you, or it could be you personally. Regardless of what it is or who it is, you have to fix it. If you're running the business, you have to fix it. So that's the first thing we got to do, is we got to change our mentality. The first step in this is that we are always hiring, we are always recruiting, and we are always trying to retain the employees that we already have. If we do not do a good job of this, we will not grow a business. Now let me clarify here. The reason that we had to figure out a system for this for our business is because, number one, we had no system. We had no system. It was, hey, you, can you work tomorrow? He said, yeah. Okay, be here at 7. Do you have any experience? No. Okay. Or do you have experience? Yes. Okay. Doesn't matter. And then most of the time, those guys do not even show up. How many times have you hired somebody and they don't even come to work the next day? What are we doing wrong? Okay, we have to dive into that. Why are guys not showing up that I just hired? Why are guys not showing up that have worked for me for a while? What is going on? What's wrong with the culture of our business? There's so many things that you can dive into. Don't get overwhelmed. Let's go through a step-by-step process to do that. So we're always hiring and recruiting, always. If you want to grow, this is something that you're going to have to do all the time. We'll get into that more later. We're going to split these up into several different videos, but I just wanted to give you an overview right now. Number 2, for retention, let's talk about bonus programs. How do we retain the employees that we already have? It's more important to retain what we already have than to go out and try to find something new, because these guys or girls have been with us for the longest. Number 3, I'm going to walk you through exactly what we do to market on Facebook and how to get job candidates in, and how we go through the interview process and the onboarding process, okay? But for today, what are we talking about? We're talking about always hiring, recruiting, and retention. Let's go through that. When I see things in a video and I don't know what they are, they bug me until people talk about them, or I can't pay attention to the video. So this is a couch. Shift your mindset, okay? Shift your mindset. We are always hiring, we are always recruiting. Question number 1, do you want to grow your business? Do you want to grow your business? Hey, if you do, that is fantastic, okay? Let's go. Let's rock and roll. If you don't, if you want to be a one-man show, or if you and one other guy in your lawn care company, or whatever service industry that you're in, if you just want to run one truck and you want to handle all that and you don't want to grow past that, that is totally cool, okay? Don't feel like you have to grow because other people want to grow, or because somebody may want you to grow. It ain't about that. You have to decide that you want to grow. But if you want to grow, you have to make changes. You have to make changes here, and you have to incorporate those changes in your business. So how are we always hiring, always recruiting? What if we don't need a guy? Well, let's talk about it. Let me just tell you what's happened in our business, okay? So we totally revamped our entire business. We took a business that our business was doing about $40,000 to $45,000 a month, and that was with lawn care and landscaping and drainage and a few other services, okay? And we were so spread out. We were basically doing all that with one crew, and we were killing them. And the leadership in our company was not good. And so we were running people, and my fault. We were running people off left and right because we were working guys 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours a week, because we could not manage more than one crew at a time, because of who we had in place and because of my mindset, okay? So, bam, slaps you in the face. We are so stressed that we're making more money in our company than we've ever made before. We've got decent profits off of that, but it's the worst time that's ever happened in our business. You hear that and you think, no man, that sounds good. I'm not there. That sounds good. Or you may be past that or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, if these systems are not in place for you to operate your business at that level, it will drive you insane. I'm telling you, man, it'll drive you insane. You will not sleep good at night. You won't have good relationships inside the business, outside the business. You won't have free time to go watch your kids play sports. I'm telling you, so the crisis there was that we were financially more successful than we've ever been before, but structurally and system-wise, we were in the worst shape that we've ever been. So here we go, slash it, okay? We took it down, bro. We took it down and we said, what's causing us the most strife? And the things that were causing us the most strife were things that we could not easily systemize. Is that the right word? Or systematize or structure, whatever. So what did we do? We said landscaping. Very hard to develop a system around. You have to have a lot of knowledge. Okay, it takes a lot of vision to do landscaping right. Gone. Drainage. You mess one thing up on a drainage job and you ripping the whole thing out and redoing it, or giving your customer a $5,000 check back. What did we do? Everything else. Okay, we were looking at starting fertilization and weed control. We had the machine, we were ready to go. What did we do? A lot of details. What can we create systems around? Well, we can create systems around lawn care. That's not super hard. It takes a little while to get it down to train guys. Okay, so let's keep that. And we could create systems around landscape maintenance, trimming shrubs, weeding flower beds, spraying beds, putting mulch down, doing flowers. Bam. That is 2 services that we offer right now. Okay, we may expand into other services later, but those are the 2 services right now that we can put systems behind, develop those systems, and create those systems. So why am I even talking about that? Why am I even talking about our service offerings when we're talking about on that board right there, recruiting, hiring, and retention? Well, I'm talking about that because employees know when there is no system in place. They may not know that you don't have a system, but think about with your kids, okay? Kids need discipline. They need structure to function. A kid without structure, you can take it to animals. An animal without structure, people without structure don't know what they're doing and they feel out of control. People want to feel in control. Now we can go over the illusion of like what you're actually in control of and what you're not in control of and all that stuff, but people want to feel like they are in control. And when your employees, my employees, are in an environment that is out of control, they don't like it. They don't want to be there. Everything in their body says, oh, I can't handle this. So they want out. They may not know they want out. They may not know that they want structure, but they need it. Okay, so that's why we took out all the unnecessary business. Now, when we did that, we cut our revenue in half. We cut our business revenue in half overnight. Scary thing to do, but man, I'm telling you, it's been exciting. It's been exciting. We started hiring the right people. We started changing our culture. And so when you start getting those things right, when you start getting your systems and your structures in place, and you start getting those good people in that can help you run this business, your business, then that starts to have a snowball effect, right? A good person brings on another good person, okay? Let's talk about retention. Putting systems in place that make people feel like there is structure, that there is clarity on what they're supposed to be doing, and that you have a good culture in place that they like coming to work every day. We are in this journey right now, okay? I am not an expert, but what I did was go to people that are. There's a guy on YouTube, Map to a Million, Brandon Vaughn, I think is his name. I watched all his stuff. That was really, really inspiring. I would encourage you to do so. There's other people that I've watched on YouTube. I've talked to my friends. I've went and visited with guys that run $1 million lawn care companies. I've dove into what they're doing that we weren't and still are not, that we're still developing. Okay, so what I'm telling you is basically just a compilation and regurgitation of the information that I've learned over the past, this is 4 months, maybe not even that long. We've been in this process where we went from get rid of all that business, scary, redo, spend a lot of money to get our systems in place, and then drive up and scale up from there. And it's working, guys, it's working. So I'm excited about sharing it with you. I mean, you can tell I'm pumped. All right, so if we're shifting our mindset, we have to shift the mindset that people are your number one, and I still got the Sharpie in my hand. People are your number one resource. No question. People are your number one resource. Not just people, the people that work for you, okay? So we have to treat them like they're our number one resource. There are no ifs, ands, or buts there. Without people, your business, my business goes realize that. Realize that people need structure. So we're going to talk about structure later after this video series. I'm sure we'll talk about structure and systems a lot because that it's a huge deal. Realize also that the people you currently have are more important than the people you're trying to recruit. Why? Because your number one recruiting system should be based on the people that work for you already. Are they happy? Do they want to be here? Are you providing them a good system to work in? Are you providing them good structure? Do they feel valued? Do they feel important? Okay, all those questions, if they don't answer them like, man, I love working here. I feel like, I'm making a difference here. Look, I tell guys all the time, we're cutting grass. Why do you want to do this? It's hot, it's hard. You're gonna be edging a yard. Sweat's gonna be dripping down your face. You're gonna have I don't have my glasses on, but you're gonna have your glasses on. The sweat's gonna get in between your eyes and the glasses, and then it's gonna start coming in your eyes and then dripping down your face. You're gonna have dirt and nasty mud all over you about the end of a hot day. Why do you wanna do this? And a guy told me the other day when my girlfriend wants me to get a job, and I said, man, that's not a good enough reason. I know we cut grass, but there's a bigger purpose. And you have to, as the owner, you have to share your vision and then sell your vision. If you're not ready to do that, you're not ready to grow. Be ready to put a purpose behind the job. If we don't have a purpose, if we can't sell a purpose to our employees, then all they're gonna think that they're doing is cutting grass, and it doesn't matter. What's your purpose? What's your why? Sell that. If your why is to give opportunities to veterans that may not have another opportunity, sell it. If your purpose is to give opportunity to felons that have come out of jail that may not be able to get a job outside of that, and to help your community with different community stuff, sell it. If your purpose is to give back to your church and to give to the churches of the employees that work for you, sell it, okay? Have a purpose, have a why. If we don't have that, then we're just cutting grass. That's it. Just riding on a lawnmower, cutting grass, grabbing a weed eater off the rack, and trimming grass. Edging that sidewalk. Why are we edging the sidewalk? Well, that's just what we do. We do it for convenience of our customer, but we want our customer to feel valued also. And giving the customer value gives us value, okay? If You can't offer a value with your service as part of offering a service. If there's no value there, then there's no service. So when you have a purpose, when you have a vision, there's something that sets your company apart. And your employees need to know what sets your company apart, because they're going to tell other people. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. The next video that we're going into is how to retain your current employees with some creative bonus programs. And again, I want to tell you that we're still in development of these things, so I can give you some ideas of what you can do. But in the end, as long as you're being creative and creating some kind of bonus structure incentive for your employees, that number one, they can make a little bit extra money. Number two, that they'll tell their friends about. That's okay. Start somewhere. Okay, so remember, love God, love others, let your work reflect that, and smash that like button. We'll catch you on the next one.